Welcome to Aristotle, the place where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Toxic people. We've all encountered them. They manipulate, they drain your energy, and sometimes they even disguise themselves as friends. But what if I told you that Aristotle, the great philosopher and polymath, left us timeless tools to deal with them? Not with anger, not with revenge, but with reason. In today's video, we'll explore how to deal with toxic people using Aristotle's philosophy, and a bit of wisdom from other disciplines he mastered. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Who are toxic people? Before we learn how to deal with them, we must define them. Aristotle believed that ethics begins with clarity, knowing what something is before deciding what to do about it. Toxic people, in the Aristotelian sense, are those who lack virtue. They are ruled by irrational passions, their excessive desires, and a lack of moderation, which Aristotle called akrasia, weakness of will. They gossip, manipulate, gaslight, envy, and deceive. But here's the key insight. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle, toxic people repeatedly choose vice over virtue. They form habits that damage not only themselves, but everyone around them. Lesson 2. Don't react emotionally, use logos. Aristotle taught that humans are rational animals, and our power lies in logos, our ability to reason. Toxic people often want an emotional reaction. They want drama, chaos, and control. But Aristotle reminds us, anyone can become angry, that is easy. But to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, at the right time, is not easy. This is emotional intelligence before it had a name. So the first rule, don't react with rage or hurt. Pause, think, observe. Ask yourself, what virtue is lacking in this person? What part of my soul is reacting? My emotions or my reason? When you respond with reason, you disarm the toxic person. You take back your power. Lesson 3. The golden mean. Balance and boundaries. One of Aristotle's most powerful ideas is the golden mean. The virtuous path lies between two extremes. In dealing with toxic people, this applies to setting boundaries. Too much tolerance, you become a doormat. Too much aggression, you become like them. The virtue is assertiveness, a middle ground. The good for man is an activity of the soul in accordance with virtue. Aristotle. Assertiveness is a virtue. It means you say no when needed, walk away when necessary, and do not betray your values to keep the peace. Don't ghost people impulsively, but don't allow them to poison your inner life. Lesson 4. Know their type. Aristotle's rhetoric and psychology. Aristotle wasn't just a philosopher. He was a psychologist, biologist, rhetorician, and more. In his work, Rhetoric, he describes 3 types of persuasive appeals: ethos, character, pathos, emotion, logos, logic. Toxic people often manipulate using pathos, pulling emotional strings. They twist your empathy. They make you feel guilty. They shift blame. To counter this, you must shift the frame. They use now logos to identify inconsistencies in their behavior. Use ethos to stand firm in your integrity. Example, if someone constantly criticizes you but can't take criticism, point it out calmly. Don't argue, just observe. Let your character speak. This disarms manipulation. It replaces emotion with clarity. Lesson 5. Choose noble friendships. In Nicomachean Ethics, Aristotle classifies friendships into 3 types. 1. Friendships of utility, based on mutual gain. 2. Friendships of pleasure, based on fun or shared hobbies. 3. Friendships of the good, based on mutual virtue. Toxic people never belong to the third group. They seek what you can give them, not who you are. Aristotle says the highest form of friendship is between 2 people striving for moral excellence. The friendship of the good is the only one that lasts. So ask yourself, Does this person bring out the best in me? Do they inspire virtue or vice? If not, don't hate them, but don't stay close. Aristotle believed that our friendship shapes character. Choose wisely. Lesson 6. Lead by example. Sometimes the best way to change a toxic dynamic is not to preach, but to live virtuously. Aristotle believed that we become virtuous by practicing virtue, just as musicians become skilled by practicing music. If someone gossips, be silent. If they lie, speak the truth. If they're cruel, respond with calm integrity. Over time, your presence becomes a mirror. One of two things will happen. 1, they will begin to reflect your virtue. 2, or they will flee from the light you bring. Either way, you win. Lesson 7. When to let go. Aristotle knew that not all souls can be saved, at least not by us. If someone is committed to vice, unwilling to change, and constantly violates your peace, you have every right to walk away. This is not unkind.